Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Boxing in the Heights, and today we're talking Adrien Broner in a dark space again. Let's bob and weave right in. First off, I want to send a big shout out to AB, definitely one of the most exciting boxers outside of the ring and inside of the ring when he's on point and on his game with zero distraction. Definitely one of the most polarizing boxers right now of our time. But let's go into what the video is about. I guess Adrien Broner is going through some hard times, or like I like to call it dark times right now in his personal life, and he starts lashing out at everybody around him, or I guess everybody he feels is to blame for whatever he is feeling at the moment. He's starting to seem to me like the boy who cried wolf. Whenever something's going wrong, he threatens with either retiring from boxing or taking his own life, and in hopes of, I guess, getting the attention of the people that he wants to get the attention of. A few years back, he contemplating even committing suicide, and Floyd Mayweather, which he considers his big bro, had a little time without speaking. They were in bad terms, but Mayweather actually reached out to him and flew him out and took him out, I think, to Vegas, and made him, I guess, forget about whatever he was going through in his personal life. So shout out to Floyd also for doing that. But right now, AB is hinting again at retiring from boxing. He's also claiming that he was never paid, or that he hasn't received a check for the Manny Pacquiao fight. I guess is some type of terms he came with Al Heyman, where they're gonna help him invest his money and set him up for retirement so he could be good for the rest of his life, with which I think is pretty good for AB, because he likes to live kind of a wild lifestyle. So him investing for the future, I think, is a good thing for him, definitely. And with all these things coming up, I start to think of that time Eddie Hearn offered him $40 million deal for a DAZN deal. And I'm starting to think, was it the wrong choice for AB to not take that offer, just because Eddie Hearn keeps his fighters busy? And if AB is complaining about, I guess, his situations now, maybe the $40,000 deal wouldn't have been a bad deal for him. Unfortunately, AB is a great fighter, but he hasn't been able to come up with a victory in all of his big step-up fights, all of those fights that are supposed to catapult him to superstardom, like the first fight with Maidana, which was his first loss, the fight with Sean Porter, which was a big step-up fight as well, and the fight with Mikey Garcia, which was also a step-up fight. All the titles he has won have been against competition who are probably C-class, maybe even B-, but I don't think he's been able to defeat any A-class fighters yet. Does that make a B or C-class fighter? I don't think so. I think he's just been distracted from boxing. He lacks the discipline of the greats like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. These are guys that stay in shape throughout the whole year, even when they're not in fight camp. And I definitely think this is what separates the boys from the men in this boxing game. You see it with all the greats, all the Hall of Famers. They're very disciplined. Well, most of them are very disciplined. But right now, in recent times, you see guys like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. They stay in shape all year round. They don't do drugs. They don't drink. Another guy that comes to mind is Terrence Crawford. You don't hear about him. You don't hear crazy news about him. You don't see him blowed up in weight when he's not fighting, which is one of the things that worries me about fighters like Errol Spence that have such a bright future, very promising, but he likes to blow up a lot in weight, and sometimes you see him drinking. But let's not distract. We're talking about AB, Adrien the Problem Broner. He was supposed to be announcing a fight very soon. He was talking about going overseas, I guess, to the UK to fight, and that would have been super cool for him. And with all these antics that AB's doing and all this attention seeking, I really do believe that maybe it's all a game, all a plot to just promote his next upcoming fight. I know he's supposed to be announcing a fight before the end of the year, so maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe the opponent he's about to face isn't going to be a very known guy, a very superstar kind of guy, so he's trying to cause as most attention as he can on himself, just to be able to get all the eyes on him right before announcing the date of his big fight. So I'm hoping this is what it is, and AB is doing fine in his personal life. Like I said, I do like Adrien Broner. I feel like boxing needs boxers like him to keep it entertaining and keep everybody tuned in and wanting to watch and hear what he got to say. So that's it, guys, for today's episode. Thank you guys for listening and checking in. Make sure you subscribe and comment down below. Hit the like or the dislike button. Let's talk. Remember, follow us if you follow boxing. Peace out.